What's up, guys? Welcome back to it. Time for another toy review, and as you can see, we have Skeletor finally. Very difficult to acquire this figure for some reason for me. Finally got him off Amazon after a long pre-order wait, but he is here, and I gotta tell you, just by looks, he is magnificent. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for tuning in to this review. I've been excited about this one ever since I got it. I'm actually filming on Tuesday for a Friday video. That's how excited I am for this one. But as you can see the figure come around, the packaging, yeah, this is not a deluxe figure, Mattel. Not at all. You've been learning from Hasbro too much on this one. This is not a deluxe figure. Never should have been. Never should be at the $32.99 price point. They're going off of nostalgia for that, so that's unfortunate. Anyway, you can see the box art. Look at the box art. Just beautiful. As he comes around, you can go ahead and pause and read the bio if you'd like. I'm not going to read that to you. But let's do it. Let's get this guy cracked open. Let's take a look at one of the greatest movie villains of all time. And I think we're going to have a good one here. Let's crack him open and see what we got. All right, guys, there we go. All out of the package. And I got to tell you, there's more good than bad here, which makes me happy. Let's start with the bad first. Just going over things really quick as an overview. Bad, of course, is priced. In no way, shape, or form should this be considered a deluxe figure. He is not deluxe. Deluxe would mean outfit changes, more accessories. He really comes with 3 accessories. So to me, that's not enough to warrant a deluxe figure. So that is shitty by Mattel to charge a $32.99 price point for a figure that they obviously know everybody wants. Other than that, this thing is pretty badass. I really like the way he looks. Moves fine. He's going to be typical articulation as most Masterverse Mattel 7-inch figures go. That being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. Let's get it over with the worst accessory, and that is the Cosmic Key. This thing is no bueno. The Cosmic Key did not have purple on it, Mattel. I don't know. It had gold. The fork should have been gold. You might want to go back to your reference point because this in no way, shape, or form looks like the Cosmic Key. This is honestly going to go in my bin of accessories. I have no use for this. It looks terrible. You can't even wrap it around his arm or anything. This belt part here does absolutely nothing. He's not going to be able to hold it. And he's got 2 way cooler accessories that he could be using instead of this. So honestly, guys, it's a throwaway. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I don't like it at all. One cool accessory that he does come with is his sword. Obviously, we only see this for just a couple of seconds at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it in the last 36 years. But Skeletor does have a sword. Let me try to get you guys a better look at the detailing. Of course, we just have a gray here, but some of the detailing is really good on the sword. I like the texture of the handle itself. You got a nice texture there, and then he's got kind of a bat thing going for the hilt there. So really nice looking sword. I like it a lot. It is nice and straight, as you can see. A lot of times we'll get a Masterverse figure that's bent to hell, but this one is nice and straight and a very solid accessory. He will be wielding this in my collection. Great accessory. Love it. Also comes with a couple of extra hands that are not too bad. We've got the fisted hand painted on, little kind of skeleton hands there. And of course the thumb has some silver along with the fingertips as well. So there is your fisted hand. And then an open hand. I'm going to assume this is for the Cosmic Key. So this will go in the accessory bin with the Cosmic Key. Don't like that at all. But there is an open hand if you choose to display him with that. All right, so the figure itself. Before we get to that, let's take a look at his staff. We'll go ahead and take that out of his hand. Let me go ahead and set Skeletor down right there. Staff is great, guys. Again, nice and straight. Look at that. There is no warping or anything, as you can see. The ram horn looks fantastic. It's a nice gunmetal. It's not looking as good on camera as it does in person, but a nice gunmetal gray to it. Looks amazing. Detailing is great. I mean, I'm not used to seeing this kind of detailing on a weapon for a Masterverse figure. Usually it's very plain, but really, really good. It's nice and tall. As you can see there, it's taller than Skeletor. They didn't cheap out on the quality. It does bend a little, but overall, another solid accessory. That and the sword are great. All right, so on to Skeletor himself. I mean, look at that. That's Frank Langella in a nutshell, guys. It looks awesome. Just did a great job. I'm a little unsure about the hood itself. I think it comes down a little weird right here. So that takes away from it. But if you look at this profile, look at that profile. I mean, that looks just like in the movie. So fantastic job by Mattel there. Gauntlets look good. Of course, he has the lights on his gauntlets in the movie. The purple, along with a little bit of lighter purple on his armor, looks awesome. Then he's got some nice gunmetal gray on his boots as well. And then, of course, his, I guess it's like chainmail, looks very nice. One part on the figure itself that I don't like is he doesn't have a sheath for his sword. He did keep his sword hidden right here. I guess you could try to stick it in the belt, but, you know, you might pop the belt off or something. All right, so articulation. I mean, there's not a ton, guys. The head, side to side, very little. No up, no down. That is due to the hood. The hood is actually done very well from the movie itself. So no problems there, but you're not going to get a lot of range of motion in the head, just side to side. As for the arms, he will go up pretty much 90 degrees at the top of the arm. Will swivel around. Be careful with that armor piece, but it does swivel around nicely. Has a bicep swivel, as you noticed there. We have got double jointed elbows, so it goes up pretty far. The Masterverse elbows are a little weird to me. A lot of times one side will get stuck, but this one, it seems to go okay. As for the wrist, it will rotate and it will go in and up and down. So that's good for a sword pose and that sort of thing. So again, standard articulation for a Masterverse figure. Honestly, guys, if you got one Masterverse figure, you're going to kind of know what the articulation is like for pretty much all these figures. As far as the waist goes, he does go side to side. Has a bit of an ab crunch going back. Has a bit going forward. But again, nothing crazy at all. You're not going to get a ton in the legs just due to the fact that he's got so much rubber. He can do the splits about that far. It's actually not bad. He does get out of the way. I'll hold him from the top so you can see. Not terrible, but Skeletor doesn't really need to do the splits anyway. This is a pretty soft rubber, so it does get out a little bit. I think the joints are strong enough to kind of push it aside. As for the upper leg, let's get the cape out of the way. You do have a thigh swivel, so that's good. And then you will also have a double knee where he can kick his own butt. So there you go. That's really good. And it's good that it can actually do that with all this in the way. So that's impressive. I really do like that. That's a good job by Mattel. As far as the ankle goes, he will go down a bit. Goes up a ton. I mean, I pretty much just broke his ankle there. And then, of course, rocker. So there we go. Again, standard articulation. It's not really about articulation with this figure. It is about the look. And the look is very well done. His cape is, of course, just a very shoddy piece of material that really doesn't do a lot for you. One other complaint from Mattel, and this goes for all their figures, stop either taping or putting a tie on the cape in the packaging. He was like this and had to be very careful not to rip his cape because it's a very thin material. So watch that when you're taking him out of the package. So there you go. There is articulation. Let me get him set up on the spinny. We'll do a final look at him, and I'll give you a score on what I think. All right, guys, so there you go. Weaponed out. Love it, guys. I really, really do love this figure. I had slightly lower expectations knowing it's a Masterverse figure, but when you put them all together, really does the job. Like I said before, I think the Cosmic Key is a complete throwaway. The extra hands are kind of a throwaway, but when you get him with the staff and the sword, he looks excellent. I'm going to go ahead and give him an 8.5 out of 10. I think he's a great figure. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one.